Hey, Jeremiah with Steps Pressure Washing and More. We're out here in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina today. We're going to be doing some gutters on this house right up here behind me. If you've been following along, we were here just about a month ago, and we did the house wash. We weren't able to squeeze in the gutter cleaning at the same time, but we are going to go ahead and get that gutter cleaning taken care of today. I'm also going to compile a list of equipment that I use for our gutter cleaning. The whole thing costs about $700, so I'm going to give you a little bit of an itemized breakdown as well. Where to find these items and how much they are. Maybe with some links as well if I have a little bit of time today. But hang tight. I'm going to go ahead and get the ladder set up and show you a little bit about what I'm using. Alright, hold on. One, you want a good ladder with a stabilizer. I bought these separately. I bought this ladder specifically because it has a stabilizing feet. Then you add the ladder stabilizer, and this thing is rock solid, steady, smooth, coming on up. A leaf blower with a gutter extension. We bought this gutter extension here. It actually goes up, I believe it is 12 feet with a hook at the end of it. I generally use that when I'm doing two-story houses, but this one was pretty simple, straightforward, so I just took all the extensions off. This is how it rides in the truck. I only put the extra ones on when I absolutely need it, but this thing is great for ground cleanup. You don't have to start with a leaf blower. I got this one about almost a year after I started doing gutter cleaning, but it has made ground cleanup a lot easier. As well as, instead of using water, I use it to come through and clean out all of the small debris. So you get a nice clean gutter as well. I will hook up this tip right over here to the downspout, and I will blow out any debris that might be in the downspout. As well, I'm verifying that the downspout is working, which is very important. Because it's got to be working before you can leave. Alright, well hang on, I'm going to go around the back and see what we got going on back there. We're going to bust out a couple more tools that we use. A good pair of gloves is always necessary. A good pair of gloves is always needed. These are some disposable ones we're trying out right now. I'm going to put a link to the rubber gloves that I was using. I used them all fall and all of winter, and they held up very well, but they ended up getting a pretty exciting odor towards the end of winter, so we ended up throwing those away. We're trying these out. We're going to do a little bit of troubleshooting, but probably just going back to those gloves. Just getting a new pair every couple months because they held up so well, and they were waterproof, so super happy about that. Also, a good Lowe's bucket doesn't hurt. I'm not going to put that in the link. I think you all know those are like $5 at Lowe's. Go grab one. It's needed. We don't want to leave a mess. Never leave a mess. This is the gutter tool. This allows you to attach to an extension pole and then cleaning gutters without moving the ladder around. You get a pretty decent distance with this thing. I probably clean about 15 feet on either side of my ladder placement to get a good 30 feet of the gutters without moving the ladder around. Now, of course, you still have to go over and check the downspouts while you're up there, but this makes much quicker work than just doing everything by hand. If I have found that if a gutter is too packed, you do have to kind of move the ladder pretty much foot by foot just to do everything by hand. But then again, that's not every gutter. A lot of my clients maintain their gutters well, so we're not having to really dig out compacted gutters all that often. And of course, you're going to need a way to advertise. We love doing these yard signs. We also have door hangers that we use for our 5-arounds. But this sign right here has gotten us so much business just doing the house washing, gutter cleaning. It's a huge lead driver. So I highly recommend going on UZ Marketing and getting some of these made. I put a link in the description as well. We are a UZ Marketing affiliate, so make sure you click on that link in our description. Alright, so this wasn't an all-inclusive list of everything you were going to need, just kind of really what we added on to our current business. We were doing mainly pressure washing when we first got it going, and when we added the gutter cleaning on, it really did take off a lot. It's a huge lead driver. If you can get someone to come out and do your gutters that also does pressure washing, you're going to go with that person to do your pressure washing as well. So highly recommend adding this service on if you don't already do it. And these are just some items that we added on to our existing business in order to make it an additional service. Now, it cost us about $700. We did already have the ladder, but I went ahead and factored that in just in case, because if we didn't already have that ladder, it was a huge part of the expense. It probably was about half of what we spent starting the gutter cleaning side of the business. So going out there, be safe. Make sure that you're adding on all your safety equipment and good shoes, good glasses, a good harness. Making sure that you're doing it safely. The last thing you want to do is get hurt over a $200 gutter job. So make sure you guys are safe out there, and I'll see you next time.